greatest times of my life. These are the biggest times of my life.
Fall's 1990 12th album, Extricate. Now, I'm no expert on the Fall, but here goes. Going from 1976 up until I think 2018 when Mark E. Smith died, the band had hundreds of different people in it, fucking 60 odd albums, but one thing that it always did have was the main man, Mark E. Smith. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'm going to say I would imagine that the Fall are probably the most important kind of post-punk band that we had in the UK ever. I think that they probably are. And I always liked the Fall, I was intrigued by them, but I avoided getting into them too much because I understood that there was so much out there and I'd probably never be done. Unfortunately, I'm now in it. I'm now in it for better or worse, and buying Fall records is not easy. I could have picked any, I've only got a few Fall records and I just picked this one because it's the one I've been listening to last. And I really fucking adore this. And it's a huge problem starting to listen to it's a problem starting to get into the Fall because it ruins other records for you. You start to only want to listen to their output and nothing else. They also rank in one of the top 10 bands that I would most not like to be in. I enjoy them, but the imagine being in the Fall is one of the most miserable things I could ever imagine. Mark E. Smith just seems like a fucking nightmare, walking around stage, fucking turning people's amps up and down. I don't know how anyone could fucking put up with that. The sackings, the round of hirings and firings, it seems like you're only a bad hangover, bad mood away from being out of fucking work and being left on your own, stranded in Dusseldorf with 60p in your pocket as the band fly away into the next leg of their fucking tour. They've had 70 people in the band over the years, and being sacked was a fucking daily occurrence. Thank God for artists like Mark E. Smith though. Really, thank God there are people who are prepared to fucking take their complete lack of talent and channel it in a way that's so fucking great and stick with that without walking one way left or right and sticking with that for their whole fucking career and somehow making it work. And that's what Mark E. Smith is to me, and I absolutely adore him for that, although I wouldn't want to spend 10 minutes with the man. This is a great sounding record. It's fat and it's round and it's totally accessible in a very original, unaccessible way. It's been barely off my turntable in the last few days. That kind of late 80s, early 90s Fall I seem to be in at the moment, but no doubt I will go through all of it. They're unpredictably predictable. You never know what they're going to do next, but you kind of do. But at the same time, you don't, and therein lies the fucking joy. John Peel, obviously a huge fan of The Fall, but I always remember seeing Mark E. Smith being interviewed on, they did hundreds of sessions for The Fall, and John Peel played them all the time. And yet when he died, Mark E. Smith was kind of like, I didn't really know him, wasn't that bothered, which was, I thought, was very, very strange.
He seemed to become obsessed with The Fall. Well, I suppose he became obsessed with lots of people from various points. He just played endlessly and endlessly. It must have been an incredible compliment.
What, for The Fall?
Yeah.
It's really hard not to fall in love with this kind of stuff. And now that I'm in it, I'm probably going to be looking for Fall records until I fall, which is fucking a bit of a nightmare that I'm fucking worried about. The last Fall gig was in November 2017 when he came up in a wheelchair on stage and did his final hurrah. I think Drink had done for him what he'd done for so many artists before and kind of destroyed him. But there you go. Always baffling, always fucking interesting. And we will not see. AI is never going to create something like The Fall. It takes a very human position for that kind of stuff to happen, and we will never see his like again, Mark's like again. But luckily, there is a huge There is a huge legacy of music to go through, of which this is only one part. And I really like this album, but I could be talking about lots of albums. So Extricate is my tip for the moment. I really, really enjoy it. It's different and yet the same. Bill is Dead. It's got a slow song on it, which is really great. Hillary. It's all good. It's all good, and it sounds great. I'm going to give The Fall, Extricate, a huge... What am I listening to and why? 9.